Going to be a very, very good outing here this morning. A little chilly, nip in the air. You can feel the winter of December. Captain of the under-19 Nepal team. I did see him play in the under-19 Asia Cup last year. Strike rate of 116. He'll want to light up the stage and give a good account of himself. But it's time for Karan Casey, the captain of the Gurkhas, to set the tone and lead from the front and get things going. Morning conditions, a lot of dew on the surface. Early start, the bowlers can exploit conducive conditions. 5 for 21, his best, 97 wickets. You're all set for match number 6 on day 4, and just the right time to wish my fellow commentator a very good morning, Sridharan Sriram.
What a morning, Mikhail. Yeah, bit of nip in the air. What I noticed at the in the air and might do a bit early on. So Karan Casey had no hesitation to win the toss and bowl first, and he's straight up with the new ball, and he's bowling to Dev Kanal. What an experience for Dev Kanal, opening the batting with Shikhar Dhawan. First ball, we're all set.
Yeah, 2 fielders in the deep at deep third and fine leg. Rest all inside the circle. Good start here. Quite certainly you could feel the weather. We could see Andrew coming in with a hoodie cap as well this morning. But a very brave HD in a t-shirt doing the pre-show.
Takluda is coming in a head gear. You can tell it's cold.
That's the field. You have a mid-off and short mid-wicket. Mid-on. One slip early in. Point, backward point. And covers 4 on the off inside the circle. A slip in place as well. 2 on the onside inside the circle and a fine leg. Wednesday morning, nothing changes. The crowd keeps coming in.
Both teams have made one change to their team. Nathan Sauter, the leggy, comes in for Dan Douthwaite for the Gurkhas. And the left-arm spinner comes in for Mausam Dakal, the leg spinner. Bipin Sharma comes in.
Good start here. Just finding his radar very early, Karan Casey. They know the importance of getting a win here. You don't want to leave too much for the last. Pulsating cricket, breathtaking view in this part of the world. Kanal and Dhawan opening the innings. Babar Hayat, Zishan, Maqsood, Gulshan Jah. That's a strong middle order. You get to see Arjun and Sompal, who did so well in that last game. They bat deep.
Bipin Sharma, 15-year-old left-arm spinner.
This could be very close. The dreaded finger goes up. Kanal is strapped in front. He's aghast, but Karan Casey strikes very early in the first over, and that scoreboard reads 0 for 1.
Yeah, big strike from the premier fast bowler, the captain. Full and straight. Yes, he played all around it. Dev Kanal was saying that the ball is going to bounce. I don't think so. It was hitting top of middle and leg. Dev Kanal not happy, but he's got to go. The umpire's finger has gone up. LBW Karan Casey has gone for a blob. And it's now 0 for 1, the dreaded start for the Karnaliaks.
What a toss to win. What a start, Karan Casey. Taking matter into his own hands. Deciding to bowl first, getting a wicket early. As wicketkeeper batter Chadwick Walton walks out. Great numbers for him as well. But the situation right now is to stop the flow of wickets, stitch a partnership. But what a start here. Karan Casey on fire.
A terrific delivery. Stump to stump is what we always speak about. Was thinking that the ball was bouncing higher, but Dev Kanal had to play it straight. He went all around it, looking to work it on the leg side. The umpire was happy with what he saw, raised his dreaded finger. And it's an early breakthrough for the Gurkhas. Brings Chadwick Walton, experienced campaigner. Shikhar Dhawan yet to face a ball.
Walton managed 8 in his first outing. Wants some runs under his belt. 2 slips. That's put away. That's the first boundary. First runs on the board. And what a way to get off the mark for Walton as well. The Yaks will never miss out on a scoring opportunity. That's a good hit.
There was a Caribbean flavor to that shot. Width on offer. He's not going to miss out. Chadwick Walton. First boundary. Super Force powered by Encel 4G. And a good start for Chadwick Walton. First boundary for the Yaks.
Yeah, Karan Casey in his elements this morning. He needs to be as well. 2 slips in place. He's attacking. I'm just getting some shape on it. You have to attack in the first 6 overs. Be it the bowling side, Sri, or the batting side. Take your chances. Go for the punt.
100%. I like what Sompal Kami said at the toss too. He said we've got to take it the first 6 overs and then plan for what is a good score. So they all realize how important the power play is. Getting through those first 6 overs. In fact, still having the high. I saw him for the Oval Invincibles bowling in tandem with Zampa. He had a great 100. Yeah, respect balls on the stump. And if there's width, go for it. That's the plan. 1 over done, 4 for 1. That's the plan. 1 over done, 4 for 1.
Banking sector like the Beacon Presidential Graduate School, where every step leads to a new adventure.
प्रस्तुत छ 10 Plast अटूट जोड मजबूत सम्बन्ध 10 Plast pipes fittings tanks member of 10 Group.
And getting a wicket in the very first over. Dave Connell back in the dugout without troubling the scorers. And it's over to Shikhar Dhawan and Chadwick Walton now to stitch a partnership, bail the team out of trouble, give them a strong start. And very early in this tournament, we've seen spin playing a very crucial part, and not surprised it's spin from the other end. Yeah, he'll want to go with the arm, Erasmus. 1 for 22 in that last game.
Yeah, interesting move. Gerard Erasmus straight into the attack. He's a much improved bowler. From before, he bowls that 24-yard delivery, but it's a matchup to Shikhar Dhawan more than anything.
Yeah, there's a little delay in response there for a single, but Gabbar is off the mark. And good captaincy here by Karan Casey. Shikhar Dhawan was dismissed by the off-spinner Harsh Thakur in the last game, getting in Erasmus early. The Gabbar fan. Hello, sir. Quite a look-alike as well these days. We see so many fans just trying to emulate, impersonate the legends. And I believe he travels everywhere, Shri.
Unbelievable. Similar hairstyle as well. This is something we're getting to see more and more. Fans, we've seen the Dhoni fan travel all over the world, the Tendulkar fan. And we've got a Shikhar Dhawan fan here in Kathmandu.
And we'll soon see an Andrew Leonard fan as well in Nepal, Shri.
Not far off. The day's not far off. He's already here probably somewhere. Andrew Leonard, very, very popular in this part of the world. He's the voice of associate cricket. He's done yeoman service to the associate nations. Calls Kathmandu his second home. Originally from Dublin, Ireland.
Yeah, popularly known as Takludai in this part of the world. Great bloke. Yeah, he's getting the ball to turn.
A spin early on. Nice action, up and over. Turning in from a good line as well, from fourth stump, spinning into middle.
Nicely guided, beautifully done, just using the pace. Awareness of the field as well. Second boundary for Walton. He's dealing in fours at the moment. And the important bit about it, it's minimum risk, maximum runs for him. That
was delicate, beautifully played. Just let the ball come. He knew exactly where the slip fielder was. And once that went into the gap, there was no chasing it. Went all the way. It's another Super 4 powered by Ncell 4G.
Shot and wide in the gap. 4 more. Not good bowling here. Just offering width. And Walton says thank you very much. His third 4. And the Karnali Yaks will want to capitalize on this moment.
Back-to-back boundaries. Again, the favourite cut shot for Chadwick Walton. Early indications you don't provide width to Chadwick Walton, and he'll put you away. That is terrific batting. 4 education kits for school children for every 4 scored. It's powered by Ncell Foundation. It's a great initiative.
Yeah, 2 fielders patrolling the deep for the spinner. We're done with over number 2. It's 13 for 1.
DHI Happier Home. छुट्टे सा है.
Walton to put the runs up front because that middle order has a lot of muscle and metal. Hayat, Maqsood, Jha. We saw Arjun Garthi as well getting 30 plus runs. All eyes on this man. Or one man tails up and he's Karan Casey steaming in from the com box end. Slip in place. Yeah, trademark stride of Dhawan. They just amble across to the other end.
Very strong off the back foot. Chadwick Walton, you can't provide width to the West Indian. Typical Caribbean flair. And the best part is he put this in the gap. There was not much of a gap between point and shot third man. And he found it to perfection. And that's what experienced players do. They find gaps. You can hit good shots, but if you get them straight to the fielder, you get no value. But if you can pick gaps early, especially with the circle rule in operation, you get maximum reward, and that's exactly what Chadwick Walton's done really well.
He's bowling well. Something about Karan Casey this morning. How important it is for captains to perform and set an example, Shri.
Especially when you're coming after a loss, the captains have to stand up and lead from the front. Karan Casey's done that well. The premier fast bowler for Nepal. His line and length has been impeccable. When he's provided that width, Chadwick Walton's taken full toll. He's already got 3 boundaries in this innings. He's made 12. Karan Casey, I like him. He's got good attitude, runs in hard.
That's in the air, cries of catch it. Just falls short of the fielder at mid-on. But that was a very good shot. Can't be bowling too full or too wide to Walton. He's going to punish you. On-field umpires for game number 6 at the bowler's end, Himal Rajgiri. The umpiring standards have been brilliant in this competition so far. We talk about the players, but the custodians of the sport as well doing a fabulous job. Rashid Riaz was part of the umpire panel for the T20 World Cup as well recently. Very fine umpire. TV umpire Vinay Kumar Jha for this game. They have to re-bowl that, and the match referee, Mr. Manu Nair.
Manu Nair from Delhi, what a famous cricketer he was. Just met him in the morning, was very happy to see him. Just retired from Indian domestic cricket. His last game was the final of the IPL. He's been a match referee for so many years, Manu Nair. Very, very happy to see him. Had a glittering first-class career for Delhi. Terrific player he was.
Nicely played. Got to keep it tight. You've got to bowl to your field. It's a conventional field here. Fine leg and deep third. Rest everyone inside the circle.
Chadwick Bolton is so pleasing on the eye. Even that on drive he played, there was a lazy elegance to that shot. There was a West Indian flavor. Everything is so flowy and rhythmic. Very pleasing on the eye to watch. Chadwick Bolton, really hope he gets a big score here. He's looking good. But what current case he's done really well is not provide any width. He's kept the stumps in play.
And the run and take a quick single. Good running. When the boundaries dry up, turn the strike.
That's very good batting again. That's experience. The line and line's good. You've got to bide your time. That's good batting. Good call from Chadwick Bolton. Shikhar Dhawan responds early. Both men are in their 30s, but that's exceptionally good running for two 35-year-old men.
30s is the new 20s and 40s is the new 30s, Shri. Let's get that straight.
What are we then?
Teenagers.
I like that.
It just squares him up. Give a bit of a charge here. Good over by Karan Casey. He's keeping things tight. Just the 3 runs. Maybe 4, yes. 17 for 1.
Banking sector ma पहिलो पटक सिद्धार्थ बैंकले ल्याएको छ सिद्धार्थ रिवार्ड्स यसमा पोइन्ट छ सिद्धार्थ बैंक सम्बन्ध सधैँभरिलाई
Neoco solar water heaters, water purifiers, chimneys, the gas hobs le buzeko cha your way of quality living.
तपाईको असली एनर्जी रेड बुल असली नै रोजौं
DHI happier home today sahi.
I dare to overcome every hurdle and shine like a beacon. Presidential Graduate School, where every step leads to a new adventure.
I was just going to say the boss is also somewhere in the crowd. Don't worry about it.
Don't be surprised, the boss will come to you tomorrow and say I was sick as well. It's the Nepal Premier League fever that's catching on to everyone. Beautiful morning. Wonderful cricket. Picturesque view. We have it all on the platter. Nicely played. There's protection in the deep. They'll settle for a single.
A good shot from Shikhar Dhawan. Good footwork. Got his foot out to the ball. Hit through the line. He was very early to the ground today, Shikhar Dhawan, and he was having a close look at the pitch. And I was just talking to him. He said, might not be bad to bat first because the ball might get wet and come on to the bat a little more. That's what he said. He's very keen to make an impact today.
That kept low. That was quick. Not too sure that was the right shot to play. Walton needs to be careful. You don't want to throw things away at this stage.
Yeah, wide of the crease. How did that miss off stump? Kept a bit low as well. Definitely not a shot that was on. Gerard Erasmus very clever.
This time, no half measures. One bounce into the fence for a 4. Was quickly onto that one. Walton's looking good this morning.
Again, a bit of width on offer. Full as well in length. Chadwick Walton too good. Hit that through the line, through covers. Again, very pleasing on the eye. Cleared that front foot to give himself the room to access the offside. That's what made that shot really good. Yeah, 2 experienced campaigners. They're reading the conditions pretty well. This is a steady start for the Karnaliaks.
Once more, even better, even straighter. Gets the nod of approval from Shikhar Dhawan as well. How well he used the long levers with a good follow through. Back-to-back boundaries once again.
This is very good batting again, hitting through the line, hitting straight. It was on the up, it wasn't pitched up. But his swing was so good that it just hit through the line. Beautiful shot. Yeah, back-to-back boundaries.
4 education kits for school children for every 4 scored. An initiative powered by NCEL Foundation. Absolutely brilliant. Once more. This has gone high up in the air. And it's been taken. Brilliantly done by Captain Karan Casey. He is in his elements this morning. A wicket with the ball, a spectacular catch. And they see the back of Walton very early. He was looking threatening.
Yeah, Erasmus gets his man. The revenge. He's conceded 4 boundaries to Walton, but he kept it up. He still had the sort of courage to throw it up, induce that false shot. And look at that for a catch. And that too from the captain. Running back, never easy. Maintained his balance and then kept the ball above the ground. Terrific piece of catching that from the captain. Chadwick Walton was looking good, but he's just given it away. 21 of 15. 26 for 2.
Quite an eventful 4th over. 2 fours and then Erasmus gets his man. That's how cricket is. A great leveler. Walton looking so dangerous, so good. Had accumulated as many as 4 boundaries in that innings of his, and then he departed. Another danger man walks out, Babar Hayat. 126 strike rate, a best of 122. I've watched him bat so many times, over 107 matches. This man, once he gets going, run for cover if you're a bowler, and the spectators get ready for a catch. And he'll get off the mark as well. 10 runs and a wicket in over number 4. It's 27 for 2.
सुजल डेयरीको उत्कृष्ट उत्पादन डिलाइट डेयरी व्हाइटनरले अब हरेक दिन डिलाइटफुल.
DHI happier home. Today sahi.
Himstar for a complete home.
You have to be here to feel the vibe. Absolutely brilliant on a Wednesday morning. Cricket at its very best, and the fanfare at the Tribhuvan International University Stadium here is next level. What a start here for the Gurkhas, winning the toss, bowling first, pace and spin accounting for wickets.
Been a good start. Actually, it's been 50-50. Both teams have got off to good starts. Current case has been outstanding with the ball. Gerard Erasmus picked up the dangerous Chadwick Walton. We see a change in bowling. Rashid Khan, not the famous Rashid Khan of Afghanistan, but the local Kathmandu Rashid Khan, medium pace bowler.
He begins with the loose now. Babar Hayat will have to really find his groove early. We saw what happened in the last innings of history, a little scratchy.
Played a strange innings, 12 of 25, very unlike Babar Hayat, and fell trying to sweep the leggy. Yeah, it's very important innings for him from both his perspective and the Karnali Yak's perspective. He's a very experienced player, and he's got Shikhar Dhawan for company.
He'll be a little tentative.
Good news yesterday is that the Nepal under-19 team beat the Afghans under-19. It was a very thrilling game. Hemant Dami, the captain of the Nepal team, he's in the Janakpur bowl squad. We might see him at some stage of the tournament. He played a very important innings, 22 not out of 33 balls, chasing 124. So just going to prove that Nepal's a more than an up-and-coming nation. And this tournament is given platform for so many young cricketers to rub shoulders along the great Shikhar Dhawan, Jimmy Neesham, Martin Guptill. Got some illustrious names as well in this tournament.
Oh yes, the under-19 team made a splash in UAE last evening. They 9 wickets down, needing 9 runs to win. and they won with 1 wicket to spare. Quite a few players have made a good name for themselves. Leg spinner Yuvraj Khatri as well made a splash, taking quite a few wickets. Future of Nepal cricket looking strong. Credit has to go to the Cricket Association of Nepal.
Definitely want to bring up Paras Khadka's name. I'm hearing so many good things about him. He's been a tremendous servant of Nepal cricket for so many years, but now taking on the administrative role, is doing some really good things. And someone who understands the game, calling the shots is so good.
Oh yes, the dynamic Paras Khadka. Very benevolent when you have a word with him. At the same time, great vision, great supervision for Nepal cricket.
Love that, great vision and great supervision. Excellent, yeah. I think he's been around. He's been coming, chatting to people, which is so good to see. Sometimes it's easy to sit on a pedestal and then order, but he's hands-on. He's there on ground. He's talking to the players. He's talking to the umpires. He's talking to us. So it's always good to see.
Yeah, he's so involved in everything. Micromanages and ensures the smooth operation and conduction of absolutely everything around Nepal cricket. Karnali X 28 for 2. It's been a quiet over number 5. And Hyatt yet again just taking his time.
He's yet to get to his elements. He's getting used to the pace of the pitch and the bounce. Rashid Khan has changed up his pace quite a bit. He's bowled a few slow balls. He's not giving the rhythm to Babar Hyatt. It's been a quiet over. Started off with a wide, but then 4 dot balls.
Sometimes it's also the surface that creates some kind of a difference in your approach tree.
Definitely comes from Hong Kong. Babar Hyatt, different kind of surface there. This one slightly slower, slightly lower. He's got to get used to it. And the big part is we've played almost 5 overs, 30 balls. Shikhar Dhawan's faced only 5. So that's very interesting. He's been starved of the strike. Babar Hyatt will do well to give, just turn the strike over a bit.
They'll steal a quick single towards shot fine. And over number 5 completes. Gurkhas quite certainly will be delighted with the start. It's 29 for 2.
यो निकाल्न इजी छ सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश यसको 10 हातको शक्ति छ यसले जिद्दी दाग निकाल्न गर्छ इजी सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश
Sunfeast Dark Fantasy.
Himsta for a complete home.
Karen KC, and then an excellent catch from the captain, running back at mid-off to dismiss the dangerous Chadwick Walton, who was looking really good. Despite that dew that we saw down this morning, we've seen quite a bit of spin in the power play. 2 overs from Erasmus, and now we'll see the left arm spin of Shahab Alam. Perfect chance for me to welcome HD Ackerman. 2 wickets have fallen in the power play. First one, plum LBW. The second one, what a catch from the skipper.
This is a very fine catch. We saw Nicholas Curtin take one yesterday backpedaling. The skipper opting to backpedal rather than turn around and run after it. This wicket looks a little bit on the slow side.
But he bowled nicely. Probably the one real plus point from Gurkha's opening fixture. Hyatt down the ground now. Think he's got enough of it. In fact, it may well go all the way. It was only a flick of the wrist, wasn't it? Shows the power of Hyatt. Really struggled in the opening match, striking at 50, and today he was 1 off 9. He might have got underway with a Siddhartha Bank 6.
Just a little shuffle down the wicket and a flip of the wrists, acknowledging that mid-on is up inside the circle. He had to take this risk though, Bubba Hyatt. 1 off 9. You could spend all day looking at that.
The other day we had a very similar one, didn't we, where you and I felt it was 6. I think we probably feel this one's 4. It's the zoomer, yeah. I think it's just hit the turf, hasn't it? Out of the boundary cushion. Not easy, because often that part of the ground up there will be in shadow. The sun kind of skirts around the TU International Cricket Ground. Just like we got it wrong the other day, we'll get it wrong again today. It is the first Siddhartha Bank 6 of the innings, and it goes to Bubba Hyatt.
He needed that. He really needed that.
In the air, but finds the gap. May well have to run these. Good work. That's a run saved. The other day it was young Dipesh Kandal out, flying like Superman to the rope. This time he's helping out his teammates. We'll have a boundary check again, but I think this is clean. That should be a good piece of work.
I think you need to hold your opinion for now. But I am with you. I don't think that that is 4. I think that is a very good bit of fielding. And they've managed to get through for 3, and something as rare as a snow leopard, Shikhar Dhawan has the strike. Just 5 deliveries Shikhar Dhawan has faced. Hard to believe we're 2 balls short of the power play being completed.
In the air, but safe. You do get funny trends like that, don't you? Paul Sterling, who opens the bat in for over 400 matches now for Ireland. I remember watching one T20 where he faced 35 of the 36 balls. Were you a good counter, HD? Did you remember the number of balls in an over?
Every player will say that he wasn't a ball counter, but there's certain times I think it's something that we're going to get back to here, but that is the power play completed. 39 for 2.
I dare to overcome every hurdle and shine like a beacon. Presidential Graduate School, where every step leads to a new adventure.
म त पैसा लिन्छु आइमी पेमा चाहियो के र खर्च गर्न सजिलो कार्डबाटै किन्छु म लिन्छु म ब्याज पनि पाइन्छ हो विदेशबाट आको रकम वेलकम टु आइमी पे वालेट आइमी पे भए चाहियो के छ सबै सेट
तपाईको असली एनर्जी रेड बुल असली नै रोजौं
सिटिजन लाइफको क्रिटिकल केयर प्लस लिएको छु जसले रोग लागेको थाहा हुने बित्तिकै 50 लाख सम्मको औषधि उपचार खर्च दिन्छ
त्यो उपचार खर्च अब सिटिजन लाइफले गर्छ.
At the end of the power play, purely because of that advantage that the side bowling first that they get in the morning fixture. 21 dots will be the concern for the Carnarvon Yaks. As Rashid Khan will continue. Thought he bowled a good first over. Taken a couple of days, hasn't it, for the local players to start to kind of come into their own as the end of the power play is signalled. It's such a golden opportunity. You think of this time of year in Nepal. This is very much going to become a regular fixture in the calendar now, this Nepal Premier League, right at the tail end of the year. Then you've got the PM Cup, the Mayor's Cup, the 2 long-running domestic competitions in January and February that usually precede a whole amount of home international cricket through kind of late February, March, April, and even they played into mid to late May last year for the first time. That was when West Indies A came to town to help Nepal after the Ireland Wolves series that was in April. The first expand the calendar. talking to Monty Desai yesterday, HD, I think the plan is that if someone goes really well in this MPL, all of a sudden they're going to be in line for higher honours.
Into global stardom. I think of Tim David, who played for Singapore and played a couple of big innings in some leagues, and then got a big bash deal. Now is a fixture in the Australian T20 lineup.
You look at a country that 30 years ago on probably a similar curve to where Nepal is at, Bangladesh, where you've done a lot of work. Many players have got through that BPL, haven't they, and catapulted onto the international stage.
Yeah, one in particular I think is a fellow by the name of Tawad Ridoy, who's I think he's an exceptional T20 player. I don't think he's realised his full potential at international level yet, but yeah, 100% right. I just want to ask you a little bit about, you said that the Nepali players are just starting to come into their own. Maybe it's taken a game or two. Oh, that's a good shout. He got a long way across there, Babar Hayat, and it might be just outside the line. Tight, just outside the line of off stump, but not the worst shot. Such lovely people that I've come to meet here already in just my short stay. Do you think that there's an intimidatory factor for some of these young Nepali players in a dressing room with some of these overseas players, and that they need to just feel at home in those dressing rooms before they can really express themselves?
Yeah, I think it's a really good point that there is somewhat of a natural shyness here. There's an innocence and a joy and a sweetness to the people. And maybe there's, at times, a little bit of a lack of confidence, a lack of belief in some of the domestic cricketers. But that's what the MPL is going to help change. And I think specifically about Rijan Dakhal yesterday, and something he spoke about in the Player of the Match interview at the end of the game. He said that he's been learning from Sohail Tanvir, not just on the pitch, but off the pitch. And just getting to spend time with somebody like Tanvir, IPL winner, T20 World Cup winner, travelled all around the world. You cannot help but learn. That's one of the things that I love about this inaugural NPL. Gets us to the end of the 7th. It's 44 for 2.
Banking sector ma पहिलो पटक सिद्धार्थ बैंकले ल्याएको छ सिद्धार्थ रिवार्ड्स यसमा पोइन्ट छ सिद्धार्थ बैंक सम्बन्ध सधैँभरिलाई.
Is Dove really different from soap? Ordinary soap dries itself over time, but Dove is different. Get your radiance with Dove.
Neoco solar water heaters, water purifiers, chimneys, the gas hobs like buzeko cha, your way of quality living. Can't wait, won't wait. Sunfeast Dark Fantasy.
Really good crowd again, particularly for not even 9:45 a.m. Now get a look at this, HD. Punche Baja. That's what that is. That is a traditional Nepali band. Panche means 5. So every Punche Baja band will have a 5-piece element to it. As Nathan Souter comes into the attack. They're really adding to the sort of carnival atmosphere here at the Festival of the Himalayas. Now, how's the wrist spinner going to go? Some reckon, and in terms of English county cricket, after Adil Rashid, he's the next best wrist spinner. That's how high regard he's felt in, and you can see why with those career numbers. Was down at Middlesex, had good success there. As they continue to ring out the great atmosphere. That's the Punche Baja there. You can feel the the rhythm and the joy, can't you? But then Souter's gone up to Durham, hasn't he? Alongside someone I think you know pretty well, Ryan Campbell.
Yeah, the ex-coach of the Netherlands as well. Oh, my word! Did such a fantastic job with the Netherlands, Ryan Campbell, a Western Australian. He unfortunately had a very nasty health issue, which thankfully he's overcome.
By all accounts, doing a great job up in the northeast with Durham. That's where Souter's gone now. Think of parts of the United Kingdom you'd rather bowl wrist spin in, rather be down in Sussex or Essex or Somerset rather than the chilly northeast.
Yeah, it's a ground that has suited seamers over the years. We think of Graham Onions, Liam Plunkett, Steve Harmison, Ben Stokes. Yeah, it's not something that has bred spinners.
Got good variation, but he bowls stump to stump, keeps things tight. Now, Shikhar Dhawan, he's got in. Are we going to see something similar to Martin Guptill from the first game? Get in, time to go large.
Yeah, you would hope so. The thing for Dhawan is that I think in his 12 deliveries, he's got like virtually a single off every ball. He's hardly had 2 or 3 consecutive deliveries. I wonder if he feels in.
Oh, sharp turn. Nicely bowled. Good start from Souter. 8 bowled, 49 for 2.
म त पैसा लिन्छु आइमी पेमा चाहियो के र खर्च गर्न सजिलो कार्डबाटै किन्छु म लिन्छु म ब्याज पनि पाइन्छ हो विदेशबाट आको रकम वेलकम टु आइमी पे वालेट आइमी पे भए चाहियो के छ सबै सेट
Vivo. I dare to overcome every hurdle and shine like a beacon. Presidential Graduate School, where every step leads to a new adventure.
Yeah, such passion and euphoria. The hype very much real here for the MPL. Something I've been really enjoying, HD, just walking around the streets at the end of each day. Everyone is just talking about the MPL. It's quite literally the talk of the Kathmandu Valley and the country. Youngster into the attack and he strikes. Pre-game I said I wanted more from Kandel. His very first ball. The under-19 star from earlier in the year. He clean bowls Babar Hayat.
Really good delivery. First up. Granted, Babar Hayat has struggled 2 games in a row, but this just straightens. The angle might suggest that it's going down the leg side, hence the reason Babar Hayat's shaping to hit that through square leg, but it just straightens and knocks over his stumps. So a danger man, hasn't been dangerous yet, has gone for 13, 49 for 3.
Now you talk about local stars. None really come bigger than this man, Gulshan Jha. Remarkable to think he's still a teenager. That's his T20I numbers, striking at over 140. He's batted it everywhere from number 3 to number 9 in the order for the national team. Bowl upwards of 135 kilometers an hour, hits the deck. And he gives it a real tap with his left-handed batting, particularly loves spinners and the slog sweep. All 8 of these franchise sides all bid the maximum in the draft for this man. And that's why full toss, yes. First ball, yes. 4 runs straight down the ground.
Many will point towards it being a full toss and that it should get it for 4, but it's his very first delivery. And often a player walks in and thinks, well, I'll just get myself off the mark. Not him. He's looking for the most that he can get off every single delivery. And here he gets 4.
Better. Yeah, you think Kandel probably just the euphoria of getting the wicket, the big one of Hayat, maybe the adrenaline coursing through the young man's veins, leading to that full toss.
I love the fact that he's coming around the wicket. I don't think left-arm orthodox do this enough to left-handers in the shorter versions of the game. I just think you can trap someone LBW if the ball pitches on and straightens. If it doesn't turn, it can go past the outside edge. Yes, if it finds the outside edge, it could run away for 4. But I think it's a far more attacking way of bowling than just left-armers bowling over the wicket into the left-hander's hitting zone.
So brilliant to see a teenager in Kandel and another teenager in Gulshan Jah, one of them bowling to Shikhar Dhawan, the other one getting to bat with him. That's the wicket. Not a great shot, have to say. Feet went nowhere. Almost looks surprised by the fact it turned at all. And the stumps were castled. Man from Hong Kong, not at his best in the first 2. Single to close out Kandel's first. It's 56 for 3.
Tapay ko asli energy Red Bull asli nerozon.
सुजल डेयरीको उत्कृष्ट उत्पादन डिलाइट डेयरी व्हाइटनरले अब हरेक दिन डिलाइटफुल।
बैंकिङ सेक्टरमा पहिलो पटक सिद्धार्थ बैंकले ल्याएको छ सिद्धार्थ रिवार्ड्स। यसमा पोइन्ट छ। सिद्धार्थ बैंक, सम्बन्ध सधैँभरिलाई।
Himstar for a complete home.
You're here in the valley, you want to come and see Shikhar, come on down on either Friday or Saturday. I think Saturday, the talk I've heard is that it's already a sellout, so maybe you can ask the boss for a half day or the day off on Friday. Come and watch the Yaks in action against the Chipman Rhinos. The crowds have been quite remarkable in this opening season. The Siddhartha Bank Nepal Premier League, powered by Ncell. Here comes a change of bowling, Herod Erasmus. There is a bit of turn on offer. Change in the batting order for the Yaks from their first game. Zishan Maksud was at 5 and Gulshan Jah at 6, but it was Jah that was the top scorer. Maksud fell for a second ball duck. Have they simply just switched in the order today?
Might have been Gulshan saying, look, you need to, if you're going to make an impact, you need to get me up the order. I know these facilities better than anyone. I showed you that in my first innings. So let me have a hit.
Good bowling change this one as well, with the 2 left-handers in there. Get the off-spinner on. It's a great story. Gulshan Jah came up to the Valley at the age of, I think he was just 15. Didn't even have a pair of bowling boots. And when he arrived to play a domestic game here at this ground, he bowled at such pace. He turned everyone's heads. It's his batting that has evolved since then. So many of the players who end up featuring at the higher echelons of cricket here in Nepal, they'll come from maybe down in the Terai region or down towards Bharatnagar, or a lot from out in Sudar Pashim out in the far west. But they end up kind of coming in towards the valley in Kathmandu, which is the hub of the game.
They need to get a few up from Bharatnagar, pretty sharpish. The Kings are not from 2.
They're going to have to put that right this afternoon, aren't they? If they don't, none from 3, it's a long, long way back to find a way into the playoffs. Oh, a beauty. Dhawan beaten on the outside edge. It'll get us to the halfway stage of the first innings. We'll take a drinks break. It's 57 for 3.
Pond Superlight Gel with hyaluronic acid. 200% instant hydration. Miracles happen.
Into fresh. Freshness that bonds.
Himsta for a complete home.
Pond Superlight Gel with hyaluronic acid. 200% instant hydration. Miracles happen.
Himsta for a complete home.
सुजल डेयरीको उत्कृष्ट उत्पादन डिलाइट डेयरी व्हाइटनरले अब हरेक दिन डिलाइटफुल।
DHI Happier Home.
Dave Canal and then Chadwick Walton, 2 fours previous to that, and then hold out to mid-off. Good catch. Again, the captain in play. Jared Erasmus was brave enough to throw it up, and Chadwick Walton fell for the bait, wanting to go over mid-off but could not get past Karan Casey. That is beautifully bowled from Dipesh Kandal. Straight, round arm, just straightening after pitching, not even spinning, straightening. And Babar Hayat played the wrong line. No footwork on that occasion. 2 left-handers in the crease. Beam Sharkey, the new bowler. Shikhar Dhawan just played 16 balls out of the 60. So he hasn't got enough of the strike. He's made 11, but the good thing is he's still in the crease. He can make up very quickly, given the pedigree of the man. 2 off-spinners bowling.
Half a shout. They'll scramble across. This might be leg-wise as well. Leg-by signalled.
No spin there, just coming on with the arm. Gulshan Jha trapped, but just missing leg. Shikhar Dhawan, it's not his best matchup off spin. I think they've missed a trick by sending in Gulshan Jha. Sent in a right-hander, that would have kept the off-spinners out of the game, and Shikhar Dhawan could have been more fluent against Nathan Souter and the left-arm spinner Kandal. But by sending in Gulshan Jha, they've probably not having the right matchup for Shikhar Dhawan to go.
Yeah, but the youngster Gulshan Jha does have a really good record. He has scored runs this year. In fact, he scored quite a few runs in Canada. Definite turn out there. He's someone who keeps his cricket very simple, Gulshan Jha.
The ball, hit ball kind of cricketer. Yeah, but it's not making his life easy as well. Against 2 off-spinners, when the odd one is spinning, the odd one skidding through. It's not easy. Always the right-left combination is very good in the middle overs especially.
It's pushed down the ground for another single. It's been the story of this morning. A few boundaries here and there, but a lot of dot balls, a lot of singles.
34 dots already. Yeah, bit of a misfield from Sharkey. Yeah, another single to close off the 11th. It's 61 for 3 after 11.
Neoco solar water heaters, water purifiers, chimneys, the gas hobsle बुझेको छ, your way of quality living. Can't wait, won't wait. Sunfeast Dark Fantasy.
DHI Happier Home. छुट्टै छ है.
अब खेल्ने छ नेपाल.
11 overs gone, 61 for 3, the runs on the board, and those Manhattans, not a lot of spikes on that, especially in the last 5 overs or so. The runs have been hard to come by, thanks to some really good bowling. The economy rates for almost all the bowlers have been outstanding. It's a swing and a miss to start the over.
Nathan Sauter, I saw him in the 100 in England, played for over Invincibles, bowled in tandem with Adam Zampa. And he was sometimes more effective than Zampa. Skids the ball on, not a big leg spinner. I quite liked him in the 100. Aussie born, plies his trade for Durham. Just plays white ball cricket for Durham. Played for Middlesex as well. Good leggy. He's just quicker than you think. Turns the odd one, slides on, hits stump to stump. Very effective kind of bowler, especially in this format.
Giving a little bit of flight, drawing Gulshan Jah forward.
Another wrong one, sliding across the left-hander, wanting to go big over the offside. Be a good test for Jah as well. Good quality spin bowling. He'll be tested on this pitch. Can he get through this challenge?
Low full toss, worked into the leg side this time. He picks up a single, bringing on Shikhar Dhawan. Slight concern if you're the Yaks. Those strike rates are a big concern. Into the 12th over.
Something's got to give.
Catch it! Calls for catch it. Swept into the deep. And again, it's just the single. At this point, they get to 108 as a projected score. It's going to be nowhere near what you would expect. You want to be close to 150, 160 on the board. Give your bowlers a bit of a chance to come out and defend it. Going for the switch, and it's going to be a dot to end the 12th. The Yaks, 64 for 3.
I dare to overcome every hurdle and shine like a beacon. Presidential Graduate School, where every step leads to a new adventure.
DHI Happier Home. छुट्टै छ है.
तपाईको असली एनर्जी रेड बुल असली नै रोजौं.
Neoco solar water heaters, water purifiers, chimneys, the gas hobsle बुझेको छ, your way of quality living.
आजका मोडर्न गर्लको कन्फिडेन्टको एउटा आधार सफ्टी स्यानिटरी न्यापकिन्स विङ्स टु फ्लाइ हाई. मिल्दोजुल्दो नामसँग नझुकिनुहोला. पातको चिन्ह भएको सफ्टी नै रोज्नुहोला.
Yeah, they're working the ball around, trying to find those gaps, but it's the big ones that are not coming.
Last boundary, 23 balls ago. Last 30 balls, only 20 runs. Lost a wicket.
Despite the runs, it's a beautiful day for cricket here. The sun's shining, the crowd is out here in numbers. Happy faces in the crowds as well.
Some pretty faces as well.
I was just waiting for you to say that. Absolutely. I mean, why not? It's great cricket and a great day to be out here. Pulled away. And it is in the gap. He's going to pick up a boundary. Finally, a boundary comes up. And it's off the bat of Shikhar Dhawan.
Yeah, something had to give. Well-needed boundary. Shikhar Dhawan had to use all his experience. Maneuver the field. He hit that beautifully behind square. He knew exactly where the square leg fielder was. And he hit it finer. Beat the short fine leg and had no chance for the deep square leg. Good placement, good batting from Shikhar Dhawan. His first boundary, in fact, his 25th ball.
Just trying to play a few mind games with the bowler as well, showing that he might be backing away. Holds the line and back to business. Push down the ground, brings Gulshan Jha on strike.
7 of this over so far. Can Gulshan Jha close it out with another biggie?
Driven. And it will be just a single to end the 13th, 72 for 3.
ब्याङ्किङ सेक्टरमा पहिलो पटक सिद्धार्थ ब्याङ्कले ल्याएको छ सिद्धार्थ रिवार्ड्स यसमा पोइन्ट छ सिद्धार्थ ब्याङ्क सम्बन्ध सधैँभरिलाई
Is Dove really different from soap? Ordinary soap dries itself over time, but Dove is different. Get your radiance with Dove.
Neoco solar water heaters, water purifiers, chimneys, the gas hobs ले बुझेको छ your way of quality living.
DHI happier home. Today sahe.
Down the ground. And it should just be the single. It's Gerard Erasmus. Bowled tidy so far, 1 for 21, and it's his final over in a spell.
Yeah, it's good captaincy too, unrelenting from Karan Casey. He's keeping spin on and keeping spin that's going away from the right left-hander. 2 left-handers in the crease.
That's it.
Brings out the switch and it's straight to the fielder. That's going to be, should be, but I think the umpire is going to double check this one. Bit of confusion out there. They're saying it might be a bump ball. Shikhar Dhawan's convinced, the umpire's convinced that was a bump ball.
It's made Shikhar switch hands. Yeah, I think it bounced. I think it definitely bounced. No doubt about that.
Losing his line this time. It's going to be a wide. They'll take it. It's an extra run. It's an extra ball.
It's been good passage of play. He swept that. That's gone straight off the ground to the point fielder. Another wide. Erasmus. 21 of 27. Shikhar. 12 of 17. Gulshan. 26. This partnership consumed 33 balls. I think they've just missed a trick.
Just push into the leg side, and you can hear Gerard Erasmus just off the stop mic. It's just stopped turning, he says.
You've got to spin it, son, for the ball to turn.
There's the coach in you.
Wicket doesn't turn, the bowler turns it.
Should be like Vizier.
But it's good bowling. It's offering no room for the batters to swing their arms. Just missed a trick. Gulshan, I know, is a young cricketer. Left-hander gets going. But it's just sort of compounded the problem with 2 left-handers in the crease. It's just made life a little bit easier for Karan Casey to bring in 2 off-spinners, bowl Nathan Sauta. It's just created a bit of problems, and Shikhar Dhawan is in a catch-22. Whether he goes or whether he bats through the innings.
Not afraid to offer some flight. They will scramble across for a single. It's going to be 2 wides, just missing his line a little bit in this over. Erasmus, he's been tidy. And the ones that he hasn't bowled wides, he's targeted the pads, not allowing for any room for the batters. Oh, I think they're going to go upstairs for this one. Going to look for a stumping. Completely missing the ball on the occasion, and the bails were whipped off in a flash. Just not sure if that bat is outside the line, or correction, the foot is outside the line.
Again, switching hands here. This time Gulshan Jha. Vinay Kumar Jha has to make that decision. Nepal pay decision pending. Front foot's okay. Where the back foot of the batter is, as he switched his feet, in fact. Remember, the line belongs to the umpire. Yeah, I think he's gone. No part of the foot inside the crease. Good piece of work there from the keeper. Gerard Erasmus must have just got his wicket. Well-deserved 1-2.
What a moment this is, and excellent stuff behind the stumps. Took the bails off in a flash, and he was confident from the time that he went upstairs. Into the hands, and off go the bails, completely missing that ball. Brings on another wicket, and the Yaks, they continue to struggle. It's a big man this time. Gulshan Jha goes for 12 off 19, and the total 79 for 4.
सुजल डेरीको उत्कृष्ट उत्पादन डिलाइट डेरी व्हाइटनरले अब हरेक दिन डिलाइटफुल।
तर यो जिद्दी दाग यो निकाल्न इजी छ। सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश, यसको 10 हातको शक्ति छ यस्तो जसले जिद्दी दाग निकाल्न गर्छ इजी। सर्फ एक्सेल
Driven off the first ball that he faces, an absolute perfection in the gap, and he closes the over with a boundary. Great looking shot, a shot of confidence. 83 for 4 after 14.
सुजल डेरीको उत्कृष्ट उत्पादन डिलाइट डेरी व्हाइटनरले अब हरेक दिन डिलाइटफुल।
तर यो जिद्दी दाग यो निकाल्न इजी छ। सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश, यसको 10 हातको शक्ति छ यस्तो जसले जिद्दी दाग निकाल्न गर्छ इजी। सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश।
83 for 4 after 14, not getting that push towards the end of the innings, and they continue to lose wickets, the Yaks. They've lost them quite consistently as well. Every time there's been a partnership, it's been broken, thanks to some really good bowling from the Gurkhas. Shikhar Dhawan still out there, 21 off 28. Push down for a single. We're going to go down to Andrew Leonard, who's got Chadwick Walton.
Yeah, thanks, Manali. We've got Chadwick Walton, what a legend of the game from the Caribbean. He is originally from Jamaica. Your second visit to Nepal. Let me start by asking you how you're enjoying it, mate.
It's brilliant. It's a much pleasant temperature this time around. It's a bit warm, as you can see, and it's brilliant to be back here.
You come from a part of the world where there's huge passion for cricket, but have you ever seen anything like this? The crowds across the first 4 days of this inaugural MPL have been quite sensational.
I mean, the crowd here has been immaculate. I was really surprised when I saw how packed the stadium was and how engaged the fans are in the game.
Good news is big appeal there from Nathan Souter, not giving out. Talk to me about the game. You got off to a flying start. What was the pitch like out there?
It's a bit difficult, so I was just trying to capitalize and to see how much we can get in the power play, because we don't want to leave everything for the back end of it, so we're just trying to capitalize up front.
I know he's not going at the greatest rate right now, but you probably couldn't think of anyone more experienced or better. Oh, he's gone through him. And Nathan Souter, who's bowled a quite brilliant spell here, has taken the next wicket. We'll come up to commentary.
That's another one. And they just continue to fall. Arjun, who's just walked out to the middle after glorious drive, has completely played around it through the gate, and he's been cleaned up.
Well, that's Nathan Souter at his best. Slides the ball on, not a big leg spinner, beating the bat on the inside, ricocheting off the pad. Arjun Bitalu bowled Nathan Souter for 4. It's 84 for 5, half the side gone.
Halfway through the side. 84 runs on the board, running out of overs here as Zishan Maksud walks out to the middle. Plenty of runs off that bat. A decent strike rate as well. Shikhar Dhawan, who's been at the other end, has just watched the wickets fall. Order 1 for 9.
Oh, that's nice.
Starts with a flighted delivery. It's a single, and we're going to go back down to Andrew Leonard.
Zishan Maksud at the crease now. Chadwick Walton, thanks for staying with me. Not the result you would have wanted, but I was just asking you, good to have Shikhar Dhawan still out there, all that experience for the final 5 overs coming?
Definitely. I couldn't think about any other person except myself who would have been out there, but it's good to see Shikhar there. We needed someone with that experience to kind of anchor the innings, and he's doing it for us now.
What's he been like around the group? I know he's spoken quite vocally about how excited he is to be here in Nepal.
He's very, very, very good around the group. He's sharing his wealth of experience with the guys, and I think it's a plus to have him around the group.
What about another addition to your squad? As Shikhar goes into the leg side, and he's going to go all the way for 6. I'm going to thank you for calling that one there, Chadwick Walton. You've also had some reinforcements fitted into the group. We see Will Basitso, the former Australian under-19s captain, come in. You met him this morning?
Yeah, I saw him this morning. I think he arrived late last night, and I got to meet him this morning. So I'm really excited to see what he has to offer.
Can't wait, won't wait. Sunfeast Dark Fantasy. Banking सेक्टरमा पहिलो पटक सिद्धार्थ बैंकले ल्याएको छ सिद्धार्थ रिवार्ड्स। यसमा पोइन्ट छ। सिद्धार्थ बैंक, सम्बन्ध सधैँभरिलाई।
तपाईको असली एनर्जी रेड बुल असली नै रोजौ।
म त पैसा लिन्छु आइमी पेमा चाहियो के र खर्च गर्न सजिलो कार्डबाटै किन्छु म लिन्छु म ब्याज पनि पाइन्छ हो विदेशबाट आएको रकम वेलकम टु आइमी पे वालेट आइमी पे भए चाहियो के छ सबै सेट।
So it's really good to be playing amongst these young guys and to see what they have to offer.
Of the local players, who's kind of stood out for you? I know you'll probably say Gulshan Jha, but Arjun Gartry, he played really nicely in that first game too.
Yes, definitely. And we have the young kid, as I said, he's 15 years old. He has impressed me in the net, so I'm really excited, and he's also playing today to see what he has to offer.
Okay, one final thing before we go upstairs. What about these fans behind us? How brilliant are they?
They have been immaculate throughout this tournament so far. I love them. They have been entertaining, electrifying. It's brilliant to have them. I would take them all around the world with me.
Well, I could barely hear your answer. I think that's because another boundary's come. Back up to you guys there in the commentary box.
Thank you very much, Andrew. Wonderful chat there with Chadwick. Looked good with the bat earlier in the day, but what a shot here from Dhawan. He's teeing off at just the right time into the back end of the 5 overs here. Rashid Riaz, evasive action. Time has come to shift gears, and a very good morning to HG Ackerman as well.
Good morning, Mikhail, and good morning to all our viewers who have tuned in to this broadcast. He's had to time his acceleration, Shikadawan, because his teammates have just fallen around him, haven't they? That he's shown the experience where he's just knocked it around, and now you almost feel it's time to go.
Yeah, he's just absorbed the pressure really well, held one end. Batters have gotten off to starts. Walton 21, Barber 13 of 18. Another very uncharacteristic innings. Gulshan 12 of 19.
I think the surface has been very dry. Certainly seen some turn on offer for both Gerard Erasmus with his off spinners and the leg spin of Nathan Sauter. End of the 16th, 98 for 5.
I dare to overcome every hurdle and shine like a beacon. Presidential Graduate School, where every step leads to a new adventure.
DHI Happier Home. Today sahi.
Has just about walked in. All eyes really on Sompa. Looked very good in the last game of his. Got the impetus towards the back end. Nandan and Bipin. 15-year-old Bipin getting a game in this match. Yeah, but not much of batting left. Sompal to come. Breathtaking view. It's a nature lover's delight.
You were talking about the surface, and I think there was an expectation that because of the early morning start and the dew on the outfield that maybe the ball would just skip on, come on nicely. But it hasn't been the case. It's held in the pitch again. It's been slightly on the slowish side, and batters have struggled to come to terms with it. But still an opportunity to post something here for the Yaks, because Shikadawan is still there.
A good captaincy as well by Karan KCHD. Your thoughts?
Yeah, there's been a number of left-handers that have walked in of late. You know, Zishan's at the wicket with Shikadawan at the moment. Gulshan Jar was in before, and so there are some left-arm orthodox bowlers, but he's held them back because he's understood that those are probably the type of bowlers that Shikadawan will go after, and so he's been happy to bowl Gerard Erasmus with his off-spinners going away from the left-hander, a leg spinner who's got not only the traditional leg spinner but the googly. Now he goes back to the seam of Rashid, so reluctant to bowl the left-arm spinners. It might change if the man in picture gets out, but if he doesn't,
well, Karan Casey also slipped in 3 overs of Beam Sharkey of off-spin. 100 comes up in the 17th over. A laborious innings here by Dhawan, but he's holding fort. Alam does have 3 overs at his disposal, but he's been held back. Kandel has 3 overs at his disposal, so that's as many as 6 overs being kept out of the equation, only to keep sure that they don't be bowling to the left-handed batters. Karan Casey has 2. We'll see him in action. Rashid has 1 after this. Looking good as captain. Gets some bat on it. Fast hands. And they'll run away for a boundary. Yes, they have to shift gears. Time has come.
again you wonder about choice of delivery. And I only say that because fine leg is up inside the 30-yard circle. And so Zishan just has to get a glove on it, never mind a bat. And it just runs away for 4. With this type of field, you would expect the ball to be pitched a little bit further up, maybe pace taken off, because there's a long on and there's a long off.
Nicely driven. Yeah, they've kept things very tight. 10 fours, 2 sixes. At the moment, Yaks batting at a run rate of 6.30. This is how Arjun got out. Lovely delivery by Sauter. He looks so good. Getting a game today, he's made it count. 1 for 16 in his 3.
DHI Happier Home. Today sahi.
That's in the air and out of here as well. Shikhar Dhawan has been quiet for a while, but time has come to dish out the Siddharth Bank maximum, and he does it in emphatic style.
At his very best. It's just the length that he liked. Even though it's going across him, it's outside off stump, it's the length. Oh, yes. They've come to watch him bat.
He's shown great patience and resilience in the middle. Wickets falling at the other end. He stood up and he stood out today. Nicely worked away. He'll also keep the strike for the next over. 14 runs coming off over number 17, 1-1-2 for 5.
Can't wait, won't wait. Sunfeast Dark Fantasy.
I dare to overcome every hurdle and shine like a beacon. Presidential Graduate School, where every step leads to a new adventure.
Nepal Medicity Hospital, world-class healthcare services, accessible and affordable for all, for a healthy and prosperous nation.
DHI Happier Home. Today sahi.
And both these teams didn't get off to the greatest of starts in the opening encounters. One of them will certainly have their first points later in the day. Sitting alongside H.D. Ackerman, and can quite safely say that the vibe and the atmosphere from the start has been incredible. H.D.
Extremely well supported in its first year in the Nepal Premier League. Shikhar Dhawan, poised, unbeaten on 41. He was at less than a run a ball for most of his innings, but now we've seen the great man put the foot down. A couple of big ones, a couple of fours, and the last over that was bowled is the biggest of the innings.
Oh yes, he's been the wind beneath the wings for the Karnali Yaks in this innings. 41 of 38, unbeaten. And he'll be up against Karan Casey, bowled so well, 1 for 7 in his 2 overs. Been a sporting wicket. HD, you'd want to believe this square. Pacers getting wickets. We saw yesterday spinners have been in the mix. Did see Irie go after the bowling as well, get a 50 at a strike rate of 237.
There's runs out there. There's no doubt that there's runs out there, but you need to showcase your skills. You can't just go stand and deliver, because there is something in it for the bowlers, particularly the slower bowlers and the seamers who are happy to try and bowl some cutters.
Yeah, you'll expect the seamers to use a lot of mind in these final death overs. The change-ups coming in very handy on this surface particularly. We know about the timing as well.
All the surfaces have looked really good. There's a lot of grass that's been left in the bowling creases, and a lot of the fast bowlers don't enjoy that because they can sometimes slip upon landing, but it looks pretty, and the curator, they love a nice looking surface.
HDI, are you trying to say looks are deceiving sometimes?
Good T20 pitches.
Booth it!
They might get a little bit slower as the tournament progresses, but you can understand that because you know, you've got basically 7 pitches that are being used across the square. And the more that they get played on, the tougher it is for the curator to keep moisture in the surface. And so generally they get drier. He will be aided by the weather though, because it's not hot. It's very cool in the mornings, very cool in the evenings, beautiful during the days. But if it was very, very steamy here, if it was hot, the curator would really have his work cut out.
So far they've done a brilliant job at the square. Moves in the crease, finds up in the circle as well, and that will go high, wide and handsome from the bat of Shikhar Dhawan. He has to bring out those sixes, and the time has come.
Commonly referred to as helping it on its way. He uses the pace on offer and he just says up and over, and I will have a Siddhartha Bank 6.
Crossing ropes, creating hopes there. Beaten on 47. Smartly done, brings up his half century in emphatic style. He's led from the front. He's led this innings. He raises his bat to the cheer of thousands of fans gathered here to see Gabbar in action. What an innings.
Expectation carries pressure. Great players deal with pressure. We've seen some good shots over the course of this tournament, but what a way to bring up your half century.
This has turned out to be a good over. 13 runs coming off it. Importantly, Dhawan will keep strike for over number 19 into the final two. It's 1-2-5 for 5.
Neoco solar water heaters.
I dare to overcome every hurdle and shine like a beacon. Presidential Graduate School, where every step leads to a new adventure.
Tapay ko asli energy Red Bull asli nerozon.
प्रस्तुत छ 10 Plast अटूट जोड मजबूत सम्बन्ध 10 Plast pipes, fittings, tanks, member of
To carry the bat till the end if you need to get to a substantial score. Shikhar Dhawan missed out in the last game getting 14, but today he's made it count. The superstar has been in sublime form.
The stroke to bring up the 50. You have to be some serious player to do the shapes to go down the leg side and then realizes, hang on, I need to adjust. I mean, it is like a wand in his hand. 50 for Shikhar Dhawan.
Look at the adulation. Look at the acknowledgement from the crowd as well. And that's a Shikhar Dhawan fan as well. Zishan Maqsood to enjoy that shot of his. With surgical precision, he got that boundary. No stopping him from here on. That's high, and that's out of here. What a shot. Shikhar Dhawan in the house at the TU Stadium, and the fans are enjoying every bit of it.
Nathan South is going to have to get this ball away from Shikhar Dhawan, force him to hit the ball on the offside, somehow found a way to get him off strike, because if you bowl it in that area as a leg spinner into that hitting zone, he will punish you, and he will punish you all day.
Look at that for a strike. The partnership now worth 47 runs. The run rate gets a facelift. It all changes in a matter of overs. That's what Gabbar brings to the table. Wow, this is what the fans came for. And they've been treated to some delightful hits. Pressure on the bowler, concedes the 6 of the very first delivery. Where is this one going? That's over, long gone. That's 6 number 2. Shikhar Dhawan. You superstar, you beauty.
Too full. The leg spinner's got his length all wrong here. 2 in a row, he's bowled it up to Dhawan. And Dhawan has been able to just stand and swing through the line. That is his bread and butter.
This one down to long gone. Kept it wide of his arc. Smart bowling, but the 50 partnership as well. Courtesy that 6. It's worth 54 of 24, and all of it. Zishan has got only 10. Shows the impact he's made in the middle, yeah.
Much better from Salter.
Drags it from outside off. Dhawan's happy with a single, wants to keep strike. Good fielding in the deep as well by Erasmus. You've got to keep things tight.
I'm not sure they wanted to really, but what a bit of fielding in the deep from Gerard Erasmus. Picked it up one hand at full sprint, got it in. But now Salter under pressure again, Dhawan on strike, and he's in the mood.
Every run is being cheered from the bat of Shikhar Dhawan. This is an innings of very high pedigree and caliber.
The Yaks have found themselves on 140 with 7 deliveries remaining. For one moment, they didn't look as though they were going to get to 115, 120.
Yeah, they did get 141 in the last game as well. That's when Sompal Kami and Arjun Garthi got the runs. Another very successful, productive over for the Yaks. 16 runs coming off it. We're into the final over, 141 for 5.
Pond Super Light Gel with hyaluronic acid. 200% instant hydration. Miracles happen.
Neoco solar water heaters, water purifiers, chimneys, the gas hobs like your way of quality living.
DHI Happier Home. छुट्टै है
बैंकिङ सेक्टरमा पहिलो पटक सिद्धार्थ बैंकले ल्याएको छ सिद्धार्थ रिवार्ड्स यसमा पोइन्ट छ सिद्धार्थ बैंक सम्बन्ध सधैँभरिलाई.
Back Shikhar Dhawan has made in this partnership. He's got 44 in 18. Zishan has been a spectator at the other end, just holding one side. 12 in 9. You talk about making an impact on top and in the death. Well, that man certainly has brought in all that experience, HD.
Yeah, the only problem for the Yaks is that there's 120 balls that's on offer in an innings, and Shikhar Dhawan has only faced 47. He should face at least half of those, at least half of them.
That's a very valid observation as well, HD. The more the strike Dhawan gets, the more the runs Yaks may be getting as well, particularly when he's in this kind of form and mood. For the moment though, it's Zishan Maqsood on strike, and it's going to be Rashid Khan with a final over. None for 20. 141 for 5. How many can they accumulate in these final 6 deliveries? Make no mistake, Maqsood on his day is equally dangerous. Picks that from outside off. Nicely done. Over to Dhawan.
Yeah, Rashid did well there. He's trying to keep it out of that hitting zone. He doesn't want to bowl it at the stumps. He went very wide of off stump there to Zishan. Strike rate now 140, and let's bear in mind that it was under 100 at various times throughout this innings. He's in full flow now. Can't afford to bowl at the stumps.
Yeah, smartly done. That's exactly what HD was talking. You can't bowl anywhere in the arc in that zone to Shikhar Dhawan at this stage.
Shikhar Dhawan knows exactly where Rashid is going to be trying to bowl. Hence the reason why he walks across. He gets across on the off stump. The reason why it's not called wide is because the wide line shifts if the batter moves across his crease. Now what happens though? What does Rashid think? Because he's seen Shikhar Dhawan move now. Does he get tempted into bowl straighter? My suggestion would be don't you dare go at the stumps.
Easy for young Rashid Khan as well. Gets a leading edge, thirds up in the circle, they all count. Fortune favours the brave. He's been a daredevil in the final few overs here, Shikhar Dhawan, and it's paid off.
That's very unlucky for Rashid. He's done exactly what the team have asked him to do. There was even a little bit of an applause from the wicketkeeper Eskenazi to say, look, you've done your job, but there's nothing you can do about this. Fortunate, but he's earned the fortune, Shikhar Dhawan. He's spent the time in the middle. He's moved to 70.
Almost half the runs here for the Yaks coming from one man's bat. He opened the innings, Shikhar Dhawan, and he's just shown what it takes to bat till the very end. Great amount of composure and conviction in your batting. 3 deliveries left. He tried everything on that. Execution was missing. He'll get to the other end. Nicely bowled. It's been a good over so far.
It's been a great over. I know he's only bowled the 3 deliveries, but if we just think about them, wide of off stump to Zishan first up, and wide again to Shikhar Dhawan. He was unfortunate to be hit for that boundary, and then this 4th delivery was perfect, absolutely perfect.
Karan Casey had an extra over to bowl. He bowled 3, but they decided to go with Rashid. Another slow delivery, keeping it wide. Brilliant dead bowling. Great learning curve as well for the bowler to bowl to 2 left-handed batters who are very dangerous at this stage of the game. Well, Shikhar Dhawan is the 2nd highest individual scorer. Lahiru Milanta the other day got 75 unbeaten runs for the Janakpur Bowls. Dhawan into his 70s as well. Into the final delivery. Can he hand over that final late flourish blow and just take his team past the 150 mark? Yeah, slaps it down the ground. Will get a single towards long off. It's been a very fine innings by Dhawan, but a brilliant over by Rashid Khan, conceding only 8 in the final as the Karnali Yaks finish on 149 for 5 in their 20 overs.
Banking सेक्टरमा पहिलो पटक सिद्धार्थ बैंकले ल्याएको छ सिद्धार्थ रिवार्ड्स। यसमा पोइन्ट छ।